We live in Belgium. We have 3 languages. So I'm writing in Flemish or in Dutch. In our country, not everyone can read in Flemish or Dutch. So a lot of Belgian people don't read my books. That's an exceptional situation. For example, in France, everybody can read in that language. So I'm writing for a small audience because we have a small country with not a lot of Dutch-speaking or French-speaking people. I think the best is not thinking about the boundary as a writer. So you have to write your story and then you see will it cross the border or not. But there is a border indeed. For some of my books I had a Dutch publisher, so that helps indeed that your books are published in the Netherlands, that helps. So for the trilogy, our books are published by a Flemish publisher, and that is not so easy to cross the boundary, yes. So it's my way of writing to write universal. It can happen everywhere. That's how I start the book. And some of my children's books have no location because it can happen everywhere. But for this book, the trilogy, we start to think where will our main character live. She is born in Belgium, and then we will think where will she do her work, and then we moved on to Lisbon. So then you put some local elements. She is a Flemish lawyer, but she works abroad. That's a choice you make, and you can think, is that universal? It's more than that. It's what happens in the book. She is a lawyer. She makes easy choices. She has difficult clients. She has people who she have to cope with, people who say, what are you doing? Why are you defending this person? So that's universal. It can happen to other lawyers too. But we choose to make her a Flemish lawyer because it's something that's in your culture as a writer.
And we also choose a female in another city because also that gives problems. Yeah, will she be accepted? What to do with her Portuguese family-in-law? Because of course she met the man of her life over there. Are they going to agree? We gave her a very important murder case in which everybody was screaming that the guy has to be guilty and she was going to defend him. So that made it for us also very special because you can ask yourself the question, why that? Because we want to go to another path. We said from the beginning to each other, we're not going to make like a normal classic thriller. Yeah, we want to do something special. And the special thing was sending somebody abroad in another language, with another kind of family, with another culture. I really like the Portuguese people, but they are more like conservative on some points, and that was really beautiful to put all those problems with a woman, because in daily life we see the same. Yeah, if a woman has a guy and she wants to get married, there will be always a discussion, the career. There will be also always a discussion what to do with that, and then we put her in a certain criminal case in which, from my experience, I know that everybody will be very angry at you, how she's going to deal with that, what she's going to tell her mother in Belgium, etc., etc. So from the beginning it was really going well. We had ideas, we talked with each other, and you felt immediately that it will work.
Well, I went to Lisbon to see the locations, and I had a guide. So she gives us a lot of advice about the Lisbon way of life, about the Portuguese things that are special there. And I asked, for example, what's a place to have somebody murdered? What's a scary place? What's a place to have her office? So we went there, and then you feel the atmosphere, and you can put it as a writer in your book as well.